Hey guys, today I'm gonna be cooking up pork fillet shogayaki. I'm gonna be using just standard pork fillet like this. Usually shogayaki uses thinner, cuts of meat, but I'm using the thicker one just because it's my personal preference. I like to chew on like good thick piece of meat, right? Because I'm a meat eater. So that's what's going to be happening today. I don't usually follow standard, recipe for cooking. I just cook the way that I want and the way that I prefer it. So this is not the show that you're gonna be watching if you want to learn how to cook traditional Japanese food or any kind of something that's like authentically whatever, right? So I'm just gonna just season it with salt and pepper, as always. I don't usually like using, any other, stuff that people, do to meat. Just always just kosher salt and cracked pepper, and that's usually all you need. Bring out the flavor. Make the taste simple. Brings out the the actual natural taste of the meat. And because we're using shogayaki, and we're gonna be adding a little bit of a starch, flour, or whatever you have. And the reason why we do that is because it just makes the surface more crispy, and also because it kind of absorbs the sauce that's going to be applied to this thing a little bit later on. So just lightly coat it, not making a batter out of it or anything like that. So I think that's good enough, right? Making a big mess here. You want to be always kind of cleaning yourself off, especially when you're cooking pork or chicken. Oh, it's really heating up really well. So, as always, olive oil. That's nice and piping hot. So I'm just going to turn down the heat a little bit. And in goes the fillet. Next, I'm going to be making the sauce for it. It's very straightforward. And almost every Japanese cooking, you're going to be adding some soy sauce. Just a little bit. I don't have the exact measurement. I just go with whatever, right? Just some sake, cooking wine, and mirin. Flip it over. And finally some sugar. I like a little bit sweet. So with soy sauce, sake, mirin, and sugar, that's basically like combination that you're gonna have with just about any Japanese cooking. So you put this 4 ingredients together and you apply it to any food, then you have wafu or a Japanese style food. So Japanese people call everything wafu, right? And they would apply this 4. One thing that's missing here is dashi, which is like bonito, infused soup stock. So that's something that's missing from this to make it really just that Japanese style flavor profile. But this is gonna be pretty close. And add to this because Shogayaki, shoga means ginger. We're gonna be putting some ginger. Sorry, this is garlic, but the garlic is also needed too. So, and some ginger, obviously. And pork and ginger always goes really well. I think you guys already know about it. So, and because this is pork, you want to be kind of cooking it a little bit more, longer than beef or anything else like that. So I'll just kind of leave it, let it kind of cook through. The pork usually cooks faster than beef anyway, so we give it, a couple of minutes. As I'm cooking this up, 한국말로도 좀 설명을 해드릴 텐데요. 오늘은 돼지고기 쇼가야끼. 좀 일본식의 이제 고기 요리인데요. 원래 이제 쇼가야끼라는 거는 좀 얇은 고기를, 돼지고기를 가지고 로스나 그런 걸 가지고 만드는 요리인데, 그냥 오늘은 그냥 제가 좀 두꺼운 고기를 이렇게 좀 중심입니다. 사용하고 있고, 저는 뭐 스테이크도 그렇지만 좀 두꺼운 고기를 이렇게 씹는 맛도 있고 그렇기 때문에 그걸 좋아하거든요. 그렇기 때문에 그거를 지금 좀 두꺼운 고기 거의 한 2cm 정도 되는 그런 고기를 좀 사용하고 있고요. 일단 아까도 보셨겠지만은 여기다가 그 녹말가루를 좀 뿌렸습니다. 그래서 좀 겉도 바삭하게 되고, 그 다음에 이제 나중에 이제 우리가 소스를 할 때 그 소스가 이제 여기 겉 표면에 좀 이렇게 잘 묻을 수 있는 그런 이제 것도 되기 때문에 그렇게 하고 있고요. 이제 소스를 만들 때는 이제 저희가 간장, 그 다음에 사케, 그 다음에 미린 이렇게 네 가지, 그 다음에 설탕이 들어갔습니다. 그 네 가지 플러스 다시 일본식 다시가 들어가면은 그거는 이제 언제나 이제 일본식 음식에는 모두 이제 적용될 수 있는 그런 이제 콤비네이션이기 때문에 뭐든지 더하시면 그게 일본식 음식이 되는 겁니다. 자, 거기다가 이제 저희는 다시는 이제 집어넣지 않고요. 그 대신 이제 마늘하고 생강. 쇼가라는 거는 이제 쇼가라는 거는 이제 생강이기 때문에 생강을 이제 저희가 좀 충분히 집어넣어서 좀 이제 돼지의 이제 잡내를 이제 좀 잡아주게 될 겁니다. 자, 돼지고기가 다 됐는지 확인할 때는 이제 딱 이렇게 찔러봐서 뜨거워 해서 이제 핏물이 안 나오면은 다 된 거거든요. 아주 딱딱하게 잘납니다. 좀 겉을 좀만 더 바삭하게 해서 이제 레스팅을 할 겁니다. So I think it's almost done here. So I poked it with toothpick just to make sure that it was cooked. And if the red, liquid blood, whatever, is not coming out, then it's done. So it's done. So just make sure the fish is thoroughly cooked, and in goes the sauce. And you want this sizzling like this because you want to reduce it, but also you want to bring out the flavor from ginger and garlic, and the oil left in the pan is going to help us to do that really well. So in any cooking, you want to make sure you want to bring out the flavor from the base spice or seasoning that you're going to be applying, and that flavor is going to really, what's going to create a really good tasting food at the end of the day. So you want to make sure you want to always think about that, a smell or aroma. 일단 요리를 할 때 제일 기본적으로 이제 중요한 건 뭐냐면은 이제 여기서 향을 이제 끌어내는 건데요. 그런 이제 기름이나 오일에 이런 마늘이나 생강 같은 이런 향신료를 넣고 향신료에서 이제 그런 이제 향을 뽑아내는 게 굉장히 중요하다고 생각되거든요. But anyways, when it gets like sticky like this and the glaze is done, so you know it's pretty much done right now. So I'm gonna be just transferring this to the plate. Skip your basket. And with any meat, you wanna rest it, cover it up. Okay, I'm gonna set this aside. And here, as I always do, I'm adding some frozen asparagus. You know, I think with shopping, you know, I haven't been shopping in a while just because, you know, with COVID situation, I don't really go out that much. So I'm just gonna, you know, make do with whatever I have. And, you know, I always try to make my cooking really simple and straightforward and utilize the ingredients I already have. I don't really, you know, try to stick to, you know, whatever, you know, your traditional standard, you know, recipe calls for. So anyways, I'm gonna let this cook, you know, and also simmer and reduce to, you know, utilize all the, you know, great flavor that I have left here. So and asparagus, you know, it doesn't need a lot of cooking in the first place. You know, it's almost, and it's already cooked anyway. So this process is just to, you know, just to warm things up really, and help it to kind of, you know, glaze the surface of it with the reduction here. And you really don't need to any more, you know, to add any more seasoning or any more salt or anything like that, just because there's already a lot of flavor already left in here, and you know, your pork chop or, you know, your pork fillet is going to be you know, quite savory anyway. So, you know, I think this, the way it is, it's going to be perfectly good enough. So we'll just, you know, let it reduce. Okay, so this thing is reduced quite well, and I'm just gonna be adding some cornstarch to it just to, you know, make it a little bit more gravy-like. And I'm gonna be eating it, serving it with mashed potatoes that I have left over. So, you know, really good. As you can see, if you know, just add a cornstarch just a little bit, it thickens it to the consistency that's gonna go really well with the mashed potatoes. And so here we go. So, well, the presentation is not perfect, but you know, hey, it's not a restaurant, right? There you go. So, it's my version of pork shogayaki with mashed potatoes and asparagus cooked in gravy. So, you know, hope it's going to be tasty. Okay, so let's eat. I'm gonna be just, you know, I like to like watch Netflix or something while I eat, so I'm gonna be quiet, but you know, just, you know, bear with me. If you wanna, you know, sit through it, you know, watching me eat, go ahead. But you know, we'll see how this thing turned out. It's a little bit overdone, I think, to my taste, but it's fine. It's pork, so. No, actually, it's perfect. 아, 이걸 빼먹으면 안 되죠? So tender. 아, 정말 부드럽네요. Oh, and the garlic and ginger flavor, aroma, it's so good. It's really good. Oh, the potatoes really good too. It goes so well. With the gravy. Oh. Oh man. Oh, and the garlic. Got a big chunk of it in it. Oh man, just so good. Oh heck with Netflix. I could watch it later. I'm just gonna just focus on eating because it's really good. 한 가지 이제 여러분들이 이제 고기를 썰 때 뭐 저도 그런 있지만 이렇게 누르는 이제 경우가 많거든요. 이렇게 누르지 마시고 썰 때는 이렇게 톱 썰듯이 이런 식으로 썰어 주시면은 굉장히 깨끗하게 잘리고, 그다음에 이제 고기에 있는 이런 육즙이 이제 빠져나가지 않기 때문에 누르면은 이제 아무래도 육즙이 빠져나가겠죠. 이거 정말 정말 맛있네요. 이거 정말 팔아도 될 것 같아. 이거 사 드실 분 손 들어보세요. The asparagus, right? So it's been frozen, so when you cook it and freeze it, it kind of changes the texture, so it kind of almost becomes like crunchy. So it's chewy and crunchy, but anyway, it just feels like completely different vegetable altogether. And if you haven't tried it, try it. It's good. 요즘은 무슨 요리인지도 모르겠어요. 일어나서 그냥 좀 일 볼 거 좀 보고, 그러면 금방 또 점심시간이죠. 그래서 점심시간이고, 점심을 먹고 나면은 가끔가다 점심 때도 유튜브 촬영을 해요. 근데 뭐 그거는 이제 일주일에 뭐 몇 번이니까. 그리고 집에 있으니까 또 안 좋은 게 뭐냐면 낮잠을 자게 되거든요. 배가 부르니까. 그러니까 집에 있으니까 밥은 꼬박꼬박 챙겨 먹죠. 또 밥 먹고 돼지처럼 쳐자죠. 그러니까 살이 큰일 났어요. 대퇴가 없어요 지금. 지금 일하는 것도 지금 뭐 이해하시겠지만은 지금 거의 이제 뭐 이런 말 함부로 해서 망하기 일보 직전이고, 집에서 밥이나 축 내고 있고, 이래서 이거 뭐 인간 구실 하겠습니까? 오늘 진짜 맛있다. 그리고 살이 너무 찌니까, 근데 원래 또 이게 문제가 뭐냐면 제가 하루에 한 끼밖에 안 먹었어요. 사무실 나갈 때는. 근데 집에 있으니까 할 게 없으니까 뭐 한 끼만 먹어서는 배가 고파서 보기보다는 할 게 없으니까 계속 먹게 되는 거죠. 그러니까 쓸데없이 밥만 먹고 살만 찌고 큰일 났어요. 정말 연하고, 이게 등심인자인데 안심인가요? 발음 모를 것 같은데 어쨌든 등심이에요. 뭐 안심 같은 경우에는 그냥 이렇게 씹는 맛이 전혀 없으니까. Yeah, we're just talking about whether this thing is tenderloin or chops, but I think it's just chops or loins or whatever. Not really sure. Anyway, I was just talking to my Korean, audience. If I have any audience, I'm not sure, At this point in time, I don't know what's going on with the viewership, but I work from home now, and that's why I have the time to do this right now. Kind of try my luck on with the being a YouTuber, but the problem is I just have way too much time, so I eat a lot. I used to only eat like one meal a day, but now because I have so much time and I have nothing better to do, so I eat like at least 2 times a day. And I don't really have to eat because I'm not really hungry, but it feels like if I don't eat, then I'm kind of missing out. Kind of became my routine. So I'm sure a lot of you are probably in the same boat as I am with this corona pandemic. People just getting plump. I always should get more exercise too, but I'm not afraid to go to, anywhere. I'm not afraid, but I guess, being afraid is more of an excuse. I guess I'm just lazy, I guess. anyhow, I do you know, some exercise. I do plank and do you know, 3-minute set. Try to do once in the morning, once before going to bed. But I don't know. I mean, it's probably not doing much at all, considering all the calories that I'm taking in. 이게 양식인지 뭔지 모르겠지만은 저는 이렇게 밥을 원래 잘 안 먹거든요. 원래 이렇게 솔직히 말하자면 이런 쌀밥은 안 먹고 대신 국수 같은 거를 좋아하고요. 양식에는 이런 마시 포테이토 이런 걸 좋아하거든요. 근데 한때는 전혀 이런 탄수화물을 안 먹었어요. 왜냐면은 뭐 배가 나오기 시작하니까. 그래서 작년이가 재작년에 제가 한 10kg 정도 뺐었거든요. 탄수화물 제로 전혀 안 먹었어요. 근데 탄수화물 안 먹으니까 힘을 못 쓰겠더라고요, 사람이. 밥 힘이라는 게 있잖아요, 우리 조상님들. 그렇죠? 농사 지었을 때. 근데 옛날 사람들 밥국 보면 막 이렇잖아요, 그렇죠? 이렇게 많이 먹었잖아요. 그러니까 그게 다 힘을 내기 위해서 그런 거거든요. 그러니까 탄수화물 힘을 내기 위해서는 먹어야 된다. 근데 지금은 전혀 그럴 필요가 없는데도 불구하고 탄수화물을 먹게 된다. 왜냐? 맛있으니까. 그래서 저는 언제나 뭘 먹을 때 딱 이렇게 맞춰서 먹는 걸 좋아해요. 그래서 골고루 이렇게 분배를 하는 거죠. 소스가 얼마나 맞다, 뭐 이런 고기가 얼마나 맞다, 그 다음에 이런 뭐 밥이라든지 탄수화물 얼마나 맞다, 이걸 딱 조절을 해 나가면서 먹어야지 맛이 언제나 밸런스가 유지가 잘 되고. 그렇죠? 어떤 사람들은 막 한 가지씩 그냥 튀를 하는 게 사람이 있잖아요. 그냥 고기면 고기부터 딱 먹고, 그 다음에 야채 먹고, 그 다음에 무슨 밥 먹고 오는 사람이 있는데 이해를 못 하겠어요, 그러면. 그래서 저는 이제 한 가지씩 맛보고 그 다음에 같이 이렇게 섞어서 입안에서. 국밥 먹을 때도 그렇거든요. 어떤 사람들이 국밥 먹을 때 그냥 밥 따로 이렇게 국 따로 이렇게 먹잖아요. 그러면은 그거는 이제 너무 말이 길어지는데, 이제 국밥의 이제 제일 중요한 요소가 뭐냐? 국밥이 맛있는 이유. 국하고 밥을 따로 먹는 거다. 이 쌀밥이 이제 국에 이제 들어감으로 해서 이제 쌀에 이제 있는 그 묻어있는 녹말가루가 이제 국에 녹으면서 그게 단맛을 이렇게 내는 거거든요. 그렇기 때문에 이제 국밥이 이렇게 맛있는 건데, 그러니까 그게 안 되니까 맛이 좀 떨어지는데, 일단 뭐 사람들이 취향이니까요, 먹는 방법이라든지 그런 거는. 그래서 이제 어떤 국밥집을 가면 이제 토렴이라는 걸 해주잖아요. 좀 비위생적이에요. 그거 뭐 남의 입에 들어간 건 아니지만 그래도 밥 넣었다 뺐다 넣었다 뺐다 넣었다 뺐다 하고 뭐 진짜 수십 번 수백 번을 반복하니까 그게 맛있는 이유가 그게 이제 국에 그런 녹말이 이제 녹아 들어가서 이제 맛이 더 좋아진다라고 이렇게 보시면 될 것 같습니다. Man, that was really good. Actually, it's one of the better meals that I had in a long time. And I'm really glad that I tried it because, you know, I was just gonna. Usually, I don't. Whenever I cook steak or meat, I like to usually keep it simple without any sauce or anything like that. But because you know, I was watching a YouTube video, you know, before, and you know, I had a chance to look at Shogayaki, and I thought, you know, I'd try that, but I didn't have any thin pork, so use the chop that I have, and it turned out really nice, and I'm really glad that I tried it. Otherwise, I would just went for just straightforward, like salt and black pepper pork, and that's also delicious too, right? It's clean and it's simple. But today with mashed potato, if I didn't have mashed potato, I probably wouldn't have, you know, gone through this you know, gravy idea, but with the sauce and all that with Shogayaki. But because I had some you know, potatoes left, that's why I tried it. I went ahead and made a Shogayaki, thinking that I could use the sauce for gravy, and man, it was a really good decision. So I'm really happy. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you again soon. Bye.